everyone, and welcome to Bon Air Christian Church Yoga with Linda. I'm Linda, and so happy to have you join me today for this practice, which is a gentle flow to a yin practice. So we'll be moving a little bit in the beginning, but slowing it down. I'm happy to be in our room today for Worship and Wonder. So it's nice and large, and I'm so used to working in a small space, so this is lovely. Today's theme is kindness. So kindness and loving kindness. So for our practice today, you will probably want to have a blanket or something to prop your hip up when we go into pigeon pose. You may also want to have blocks, but none of these are necessary. So that's up to you. So we're going to start at the top of our mat. So I'll join you there. Get everything ready. Let's go. So here we are at the top of the mat. I will be facing you, but you will probably want to be here as eventually I will move there as well. So feet hip distance apart or whatever's comfortable for you. Shoulders back and down. Lift the heart. Palms come to the heart in Anjali Mudra at heart center. Let's take a few moments here just to find your own breath. And identify the curves of your own spine. Finding stillness as we breathe in and out through the nose. Seeking kindness and loving kindness towards first ourselves. So if being kind or loving kind, showing loving kindness to yourself is a difficult thing to do, and I believe it is for many people, let's take a moment here and ask the question, why? And let's give ourselves permission to show love and loving kindness and kindness to ourselves today and always. As we breathe in and out through the nose, bringing health, fresh energy, love, let us also bring loving kindness, joy, peace, a sense of worthiness into our bodies. So that as we go through our practice today, we can rejoice in that which is our container for our spirit. And we can rejoice in the beauty of kindness and loving kindness towards self and others. Bring your arms down by your side. Let's lift our shoulders up, back, down and forward, up, back, down, forward, reverse, up, forward, back, down, up, forward, back, and down. And just shake it out. Unlock your knees, and let's just gently move, letting the arms swing back and forth. In yoga, we call this knocking on heaven's door. So we're going to knock today and show ourselves some kindness and loving kindness and say, hey, let us in. We deserve to be here. So shaking it out once more, shaking the arms, shaking the legs, find a little bit of stillness once again. Knees not locked, feet underneath the hips, shoulders back and down. We'll begin our practice with our cat-cow, our standing cat-cow. So I'll do a front facing you and some sideways so you can see that back flexion. So inhale, open arms wide for joy. Really stretch into a slight back bend. Exhale, round for love. Love and loving kindness and kindness to self and others. Inhale, arms high. With thanksgiving, palms come together, slowly come down to heart center as you exhale, gratitude. Inhale, open wide for joy. Exhale, rounding it once more for love. Inhale, arms high. Thanksgiving, palms come together at heart center, slowly Anjali Mudra, gratitude. Take a moment here, feeling your breath and your energy. Last one, inhale, open arms wide. Exhale, round for love. Inhale, lift arms high, thanksgiving and praise. Exhale, palms come together slowly at heart center, gratitude. So working my way to the top of the mat, you are already there. Feet are hip distance apart. Shoulders back and down, heart lifting forward, belly button knitted to spine. We're going to do several slow flows here. So inhale, arms rise. Really reach up, exhale. Rain it down. Let your fingers be the rain. Slowly come down. If you need to bend your knees more, that's fine. If you like straight legs, that's fine too. Rain it down. Fingertips touch something, the mat, your feet, your shins. So you're here, let your head hang heavy. Once again, shake it, yes, shake it, no. Grab opposite elbows. Breathing in and out through the nose. If it's difficult for your legs, maybe bend your legs a little bit more as we hang here to find some relief and some length in our lower spine. Big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Lift your toes off the mat, place them back down on the mat. Find your weight into the ball of your foot and the heel of your foot and the pinky toe ball of your foot. Bend your knees, drop your palms. Straighten your legs a little bit more and slowly come up as you half lift. Gaze is on the floor, straight back. Slowly allow your fingers to glide down. Palms or fingertips touch the mat or your feet wherever you are. Bend your knees deeply, as deep as you can, maybe almost to sitting. Wherever you go, if you're here, that's fine. If you're here, that's okay. Head is dropped. Let everything relax except the heels, the legs as you push yourself up. You're a ragdoll coming up. Slowly to standing. Shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Heart shining forward. And feel the energy and your breath here. Breathing in and out through the nose. We'll do several more like this. Shoulders back and down, belly button knitted to spine. Find strength in your legs. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Let it rain down, just slow. Be really mindful of every movement you make today. Inhale, glide the fingers up the legs, straight back. Come any height that is comfortable for your back. And bring the fingertips back down. Palms are on the mat. Fingertips are on the mat. Bend the knees once more, deeply, 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 as deep as you can. Stay here, let the body hang. Push into your heels. Activate your thighs. And roll it back up. This time, backward swan dive. Arms come high. Inhale, give it a slight back bend. Exhale, palms come together. Heart center on Anjali Mudra. One more time, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold, rain it down. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. This time, once more, grab opposite elbows. Maybe just rock a little bit one way towards one foot, one way towards the other foot. Shake your head and arms, yes. Shake it, no. So that you're very, very loose. Palms come down to the mat. Bend the knees. Find strength and push into your heels. And come all the way to standing. Once more, backward swan dive. Arms all the way high, reaching, reaching, reaching. Inhale, slight back bend. Exhale, palms come together and down at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Palms come by your side, facing forward. Lift the heart, belly button knitted to spine. Bring your thighs in towards one another. Find strength here. Release. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just a moment. So we're going into tabletop pose next. So through our flow, so inhale, arms rise. Exhale, rain it down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, palms come back to the mat. Bend the knees, step back, and bend your right knee. So coming down on the mat. If you need a blanket, go ahead and grab it once you're down here. So we'll do a couple of cat-cows. So knees are under the hips, hands are underneath the shoulders. Finding a flat back and finding strength here. So inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, drop the tailbone, lift the belly, drop the head. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the head. Think about your spine and your breath here. Exhale, drop the tailbone, lift the belly, drop the head. One more, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the head. And exhale, really give me a nice stretch. Tailbone, lift the belly, drop the head. Come back to tabletop. Here, stretch out your right leg, flex your foot, and just push back a little bit onto your foot to give yourself a little stretch in the back of the calf. Okay, palms underneath the shoulders once again. Maybe just lift that right foot up. You might want to just leave that here, and that's exercise for you, and you can do toe touches if you like. Or you can find some balance as you exhale. That left arm comes out, thumb faces up towards the sky. You can stay here or begin crunches. So inhale as you extend, and you exhale, bring it in, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Oops. Inhale, stretch it out. Bring your left arm down, left foot down, left knee down. Push back for just a moment into child's pose. Feel the breath. You can just hang here for a second. Maybe shake out the wrist if that was a lot on your wrist. Palms come back down to the mat. Coming up to do the other side, palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Exhale, bring that left foot out. Curl the toes under, toe is on the mat. Push back a little bit so you're getting a nice stretch into your calf muscle. And maybe you just play with that back and forth a little bit. See how that feels. This time, lifting that left foot. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you just want to be here practicing lifting, and that's enough for you. Also, if you need knee padding, you take that yourself. If you want to take it further, right arm comes out. We're reaching opposite ends. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring it in. Inhaling, center. Exhale, bring it in. Really crunch them. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, stretch it out. Keep stretching. Right arm comes down. Left foot comes down. Bend the knee. Once again, you're in tabletop. And let those hips come to your heels. Maybe rest your head on your mat. Maybe rest your head on your arms. Shake out your hands. Take a moment here just to find a little bit of relaxation. Breathing in and out through the nose. So, do you feel like you're being loving and kind to yourself at this moment? I hope so. So as you breathe in and out through the nose, contemplate kindness and loving kindness. Inhale, come up to all fours, knees under the hips, hands underneath the palms, tuck the toes. Inhale. As you exhale, lift your tailbone up, push it up, 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 come into your downward facing dog. Get us a nice stretch, maybe pedal out your dog here. We're going to try to go straight into plank and be here for 15 seconds. So if that's too hard for you, you come down on your knees. We have about 8 more seconds left. You can also go back and forth into your downward facing dog. Draw everything together, thighs together, glutes squeezing, belly button to spine. Inhale, exhale, push up and back into your downward facing dog. And this time, exhale, come down on both knees. The right leg comes out behind you. Slowly walk it over to the corner of the left mat and place the foot flat down. Inhale, lift your arm high. And maybe, if it's in your practice, you can lift your right leg up off the mat. And if you're shaking, that's okay, because I'm shaking too. And now left leg comes back, right leg comes back down on the mat, and right arm comes up and over as you exhale, finding that really nice side stretch. Inhale, arm rises. Exhale, arm comes down, knee comes back. We're going over to the other side. So inhale, center. Exhale, left leg comes out. Bring that left leg over to the corner of the right side of the mat. Drop the foot. Inhale, come up and rise. Arm is lifted high. Stay here. Or as you inhale, lift your left leg, finding more balance. Breathing in and out through the nose. Knit that belly button to spine. Slowly drop that left leg flat to the mat. Inhale, center, exhale. Left arm comes up and over. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left arm comes down to the mat. Left knee comes down to the mat. One more time, push yourself gently back into child's pose. Just a few breaths here. We're getting ready to go into our yin practice, which will slow it down a little bit. You may want blocks and you may need a blanket close by. So, coming back, palms underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes. Inhale, slowly allow your hips to come forward. Don't reach to the sky, into your down dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bend your left knee. Slowly bring it up underneath your body. Drop your foot where you need to. If you can bring it in between your hands, that's fine. Drop that right knee. And left knee is placed behind your left arm. So if you like a cushion underneath your hips, you may put it there. You might want to use blocks for your arms while you're in pigeon pose. So we're here for about 3 minutes, breathing in and out through the nose. This is a closed hip pose, so hips are facing forward. Right leg is stretched out behind you, foot is untucked. If you don't need blocks and you want a stronger stretch, you can lower yourself down to your mat and your head can be here. I'm going to be a little higher so I can watch the block. And also my Body's not quite stretched out enough today. So while in our pigeon pose, let's contemplate, what does kindness look like? So see if you can, with eyes closed, give yourself a visual. What does kindness and loving kindness look like to you? Well, here, maybe you find tension in some part of your body. Maybe it's difficult for your shoulders to relax, your jaw, your neck. So in yin, we want to let go of everything and allow those tendons and ligaments to really, really stretch. And remember that on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most intense sensation, in yin and in most of yoga, we really want to be at a 4 or a 5. We are never pushing, never hurting. We are showing kindness and loving kindness to ourselves at all time. Let the belly be soft. Let your thigh relax, your foot relax, the neck and the shoulders. As you consider the question, what does kindness and loving kindness look like in your life? So if you were on a block, remove the blocks. Slowly bring your palms back to the mat. Walk your hands back in a backward motion. And then allow yourself to roll over onto your left hip. Bring that right leg up and come on up on both knees. And from there, let's just stretch out that right leg behind us and then stretch out that left leg behind us as well. If you were using a blanket, bring it to the other side. So knees come back underneath the hips, tuck the toes, palms are under the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lift the hips into your downward facing dog. Drop the head, push into your knuckle mound, your fingertips. Wiggle around a little bit. Really find the deepest stretch that you can, whatever's comfortable. Feet come together. Inhale, lift your right leg as high as you would like. As you exhale, bend at the knee. Bring that left knee underneath and behind the right arm, the right hand. Untuck the toe of your left leg. Find a forward hip stance. So this is a closed hip position. If you want to place the blanket underneath your hip, find the elevation that best supports your hip. And once you're there, maybe you're on blocks. Slowly find your way down to whatever position you would like to be and just relax there. So, and while here, let's consider, what does loving kindness feel like? So this is way different, and even a much more important thought in my mind is, what does it feel like? And we're here for about 2 minutes to 3 minutes. You might find that one side is a little tighter than the other. Maybe you need to elevate your hip a little bit more. That's okay. Work with your body. Show yourself loving kindness and kindness in all that you do. Maybe you have a pillow and you just want to rest your head on the pillow, or you have 2 blocks and you want to rest your head on those 2 blocks so you can really let everything go. What does kindness, what does loving kindness feel like? Eyes closed, breathing in and out through your nose. Bringing softness and release into your body. Showing compassion to yourself. What does loving kindness feel like in this moment? In your day-to-day interaction? We always worry about what others are feeling and how we are affecting them. But how are we feeling? And how does someone else's kindness or loving kindness play out in our lives and in our emotions? So if your head is resting on blocks or your arms are resting on blocks, remove them. Place your palms on your mat. Slowly push your palms into the mat. As you rise up, take your time. Begin to rock onto your right hip. Swing your left leg up so that now you are seated on your hips. And now we're going to swing our legs out in front of us. Let's shake the legs out. Find a nice, tall, straight back. Belly button knitted to your spine. Maybe windshield wipe your legs. Inhale, our arms rise. Exhale, begin to hinge forward with a straight back. When you can no longer have a straight back, then you allow yourself to gently round over. Your head is dropping towards your knees. Maybe your knees are bent and snuggled in. And if that's the case, you can put a blanket underneath there so that you feel really comfy. And then just drop your head. And we're here for about 3 minutes as well. And while here, let's consider, how do we show loving kindness to ourselves? So how do you show loving kindness to yourself? Do you allow yourself the time to do yoga? Do you allow yourself quiet time to commune with God? Do you allow yourself time to play with your children and grandchildren? How do you show kindness and loving kindness to yourself? So as we release the low back, breathing in and out through the nose, allowing ourselves just to go deeper and deeper into the fold. Take some time to visualize your spine. And bring energy all the way from the base of your spine to the very top of the cervical spine, through the crown of the head. And as you do that with every inhale and exhale, Bring that loving kindness, that kindness to yourself. You deserve it. Imagine yourself embracing yourself with arms and squeezing and hugging and loving yourself. We slowly come out of the pose by placing our palms on our ankles, our legs, and slowly catwalking, massaging the legs as we come back up to a seated pose. And stay here for just a moment in a nice tall seat. We're going to go into camel pose, which sometimes can be challenging for a low back. So if you have any issues with L4, L5, even your sacrum, then don't do this pose. You're welcome to watch. And this will just be a very modified pose. So removing the blanket if you used it, bending at the knees, or rock onto your left or your right hip. Come on up to your knees. Leave your toes untucked. Some people like to tuck them, so that's up to you, and you can play with that a little bit. So we're going to come up on our knees, nice straight body, and I want you to feel that your knees, as if your knees are snug against a wall, so your knees are not going to be moving, but your upper torso will be moving. So shoulders are back and down. If you can, grab your hands and push back and push down. So your shoulders are down and back. And you're pushing as if your pelvis is also against the wall. So inhale, release the hands. As you exhale, slowly look up and begin to allow yourself to go back. So you don't want your knees to go back with you or your legs. You want your back to go. If you can grab opposite feet, that's great. Maybe stretch up and come back up to center. Some people can untuck their toes, go all the way back. So, but it's a very stressful for the low back. So I rarely do it myself, but it can feel really good. So inhale, arms rise, untuck the toes, and slowly come down into your child's pose. That's a very intense pose, so I wanted to give you a little release. So push your palms back into your mat, roll over onto one side or the other. Come down onto your mat, so you're going to lie on your mat. Again, you can grab your legs and roll yourself down if that's comfortable for you. If not, roll over onto one side, walk yourself down, and gently roll over. So find the center of your mat. Knees are bent, both feet are on the mat. We're going into our twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, slowly allow the knees to come to the right side. Make sure that if your right knee is not on the floor or your right leg doesn't touch, you place something underneath. It may be a block or a blanket or a pillow. If you need more of a twist, you can always take your right foot and place it over your top of your left knee. Arms are out by the side. If you want more of a twist, I need to undo that. If you want more of a twist, then you look over your left shoulder. And we're here for just a few breaths. And while in our twist pose, I would like you to consider, how did Christ show kindness and loving kindness to his disciples and to others? And maybe you are aware of some other maybe mystics who also are well known for how they interacted with people, and consider how they show loving kindness, or perhaps a parent, a spouse. But I like to take the visual of Christ and how he showed loving kindness to his disciples. Can you think of a specific act? And it seems that embodied in kindness and loving kindness can also be the term forgiveness and unconditional love. So preparing to come to the other side, flex your right foot, activate the muscles in your right leg, slowly allow your right leg to lift both knees up. Maybe take a little bit of a windshield wipe with your knees. Coming back to center, inhale, center. Exhale, allow the left knees to fall over gently towards the left side of the body. Right arm comes out to the side or maybe even overhead. Inhale, center, and exhale, head moves over towards the right shoulder. And that's only if you like that. You don't have to be there. If you need more, remember your left foot can come over your right knee and you can make it a deeper twist. So we're here for several minutes. So for the short term, that may work for you, but for the long term, adding more sensation can sometimes be harmful. So just stay where you are if you think you're at a 4. Even if you want to be at a 5 today, just stay at a 4. Breathing in and out through your nose. Allow your breath to settle. If you're feeling tension or holding on anywhere in your body, let it go with every exhale. Give yourself permission to let go of everything you do not need, thereby showing kindness and loving kindness to yourself. When you show loving kindness to yourself, you will then have a greater capacity to show kindness and extend loving kindness to others. In preparing to come to center, activate your left foot. Activate the muscles in your left leg. Push into your left heel and slowly allow both knees to float up to center. Once again, rocking your knees from side to side. Inhale, right knee comes into the right chest. Left knee comes into the left side. Maybe rock back and forth. Maybe really wrap your arms around, give yourself a good hug for all the work you've done, for allowing yourself time today. And as you release both knees to the and your feet to the mat, stretch out your right leg and then your left leg and both arms overhead, wiggling fingers and toes. Bring both arms down by your side, palms facing up. Find a comfortable position for your Shavasana, your corpse pose, while you internally reflect on the work you've done today, on your breath, on your spine, and all of the work that it does for you. Every cell in your body, the miracle of your own life, the miracle of all of life. The gift of kindness, the gift of loving kindness. As we exhale, letting go of everything we don't need and bringing love and light and energy into our body with every inhale. Gently open your eyes and wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Bring your arms up over your head and make circles with your wrists and ankles in one way and then the other way. You shake them out. Bring your arms back down by your side. Bend your knees and roll over to one side or the other. Lay for a few breaths on your side. Taking a moment to show kindness to yourself and to your body. And when you're ready, press into the mat or the floor with your hands and walk your way up to a seated position. And find yourself once more in a comfortable seat. Palms are on your knees, face up or face down. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. Take time for yourself this week to exercise kindness and loving kindness to yourself, to others, friends, family, those you don't know, to those in the whole world, all beings. Bring palms together at heart center. Namaste.